views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Hello, welcome to the latest edition of Let's Talk Football with Rick and Jack. Welcome, sir.
He's Rick, I'm Jack.
I don't know Jack, you would generally say, but you know, we do all right in NFL. I hope you're checking it out and putting some, as I say, I like to say coins, not a lot of money. I stay out of trouble that way. You put any coins on the games?
With the little discretionary coins that I have, yes.
Anyways. Do you win with the coins you have?
Not always, but most of the time.
Yeah, we do all right. I mean, if you're, please continue to watch the show, and we get better every week. This is week 8 in the NFL, by the way.
So when I bet. I don't do sucker bets with parlays because that's a sucker's bet in my eye. I do straight up.
Yeah, I know that, and I'm the points guy that. And I like to do that because it's a thing about how much money you win.
He's trying to increase his
coins. And how much money you got to play to win. So the thing about it is that, do not play Thursday Night Football with me. Even though I said Philadelphia was going to win, they didn't cover. So, another week goes by and I have not won related to point spreads. I have not won Thursday Night Football. And my shirts and clothes continue to get more raggedy and raggedy. No, this week it's a change. No tattoos. Anyways, week 8, week 7 was fun. I was impressed by a couple of teams. Who really impressed you this past week in the NFL?
Well, for one was LA to actually see their defense show up, despite it being the
Chargers
Bears.
or Rams?
Rams,
LA Rams.
Oh, I said defense.
Chargers played pretty good too.
I said defense.
Chargers don't play defense? They got one of the Bosa brothers over there.
Yeah. And it takes a team.
Chargers
Chargers
are a confused team.
No, they have a rookie in there right now that's
he's playing well.
He's playing well.
He's going to get Rookie of the Year maybe. Herbert's playing good football.
He was actually on Dan Patrick this week, and he asked him, "When did you find out that you were about to play?" He said a minute in before, and he's like, "When did the rest of the team find out?" When I was in the huddle.
Oh. I love it. Hey, what a bonehead move. Collapsing a guy's lung.
Yeah.
Shot for a cracked rib. That poor guy lost a job. Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for that guy. He was all set to have a big year, I think. And
so who do you feel?
Now he's on the bench.
Who do you feel worse for, him or Fitzpatrick?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I know you watched our show last week because so many of you do, and so many of us like it, and thank you. Continue to like our shows and share them. But we had a big discussion last week about Fitzpatrick and was he happy or not. And my friend said he was just sitting on the couch waiting to hand the remote over to our man Tua. But it came out the next day after our show that he was very upset. And again, my point is, you've been an athlete, I've been an athlete. We've been around sports. Nobody likes to give up their spot to be number 2. I don't care. And he was not ready to give up that spot. He still isn't. And we're going to see how compelling it is this week because I think Miami's going to get beat up this week. I really do. I'm not happy about the move, and I'm not even a player.
Yeah, when you do stuff like that, you kind of disrupt. You disrupt the locker room, and the veteran players are going to be thinking, is that lineman, that rookie lineman, is he coming to take my job? Or is my job serious here? Why am I supposed to be worried?
Hey, Fitzpatrick had the locker room, and that's so important when, as a quarterback, as a defensive leader, whatever it is, like a Ray Lewis had the locker room. Tom Brady has the locker room, and Tua doesn't have the locker room. He's a kid, and they're told that this is starting. This is what's going to happen. Those guys they loved that Miami team. They loved Fitzpatrick, and I don't want to go through it again. But I knew he was upset. But the thing about it is, they're going to play the Rams this week. The Rams woke up, as you said, that defense. But the week before against the 49ers, Aaron Donald was an upset young man, big man. And he told his whole team we were soft. And he came out in the press and said we were soft. They came back this week. They were awesome.
They were.
The Rams looked awesome against a good Bear team. And exactly what happened what I said was going to happen. They were going to pressure Foles. And they brought that defense.
And he
Foles
couldn't do
was
anything under
uncomfortable
pressure.
there. That's how you beat him. Pressure. You let him sit back there and throw. He's got a great arm. He's going to beat you. But again, the Rams against Miami. I'll go ahead and give that one out as my game of the week. Right away. The Rams are going to light up Miami this week. I'm telling you, they have found their way, and the Rams are a good football team, but they're in such a tough division, man. They're great. I mean, what, the worst record is 4-3 in that division?
Yeah, they might produce quite a few people or teams that go into playoffs, because I guess they expanded it to 7 teams now.
Yeah. That's a great division, man. It's the best division in football.
It's a tough division.
Baltimore and Pittsburgh is a great division. Cleveland, we don't know what they're going to do week to week. Our man Odell Beckham's out for the year, but anyways, NFL is heating up. It's fun. My prominent thing, there's a lot of average teams in the NFL and a few good ones, and there's a lot of bad defenses in the NFL.
Like this season, there are a few teams that the defense stands out. It's more the offense, and when the offenses are so dynamic and they're scoring so many points, a lot of times that you don't think about the holes in the defense, i.e. Dallas, Seattle, and eventually it comes back. Same thing with Atlanta. They're Cincinnati, and they're losing games because
Minnesota. You can go on and on. Dallas. I mean, you can go on and on.
And some of these
with
teams
weak
are supposed to be.
defenses in this NFL.
Some of these teams are supposed to have prolific defenses, and right now, I wouldn't even catch fish with it.
Yeah. And it's funny because COVID has a lot to do with it, guys. They go on the list. You look what happened to the Raiders. That was really an unfair situation. That O-line was off all week because they had to be tested, and fortunately they tested negative and could play, but they hadn't practiced all week. So then you're going against a tough Tampa Bay team, and you get beat pretty damn good. And it was a beatdown. The Raiders had a bad week. I expect them to rebound this week, but that wasn't fair. I think they should have played the game like maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday, to give the Raiders a fair chance. Their O-line didn't practice all
Well, the problem
week.
was they were scheduled to be Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
And because of
That didn't happen.
No, that did not happen.
We got to watch the great Kyler Murray, though.
Yeah, we
and
did.
Russell looked so bad. I didn't think Russell was human. I thought they were just going to hand the MVP award to Russell this year with all those touchdowns. Here you go, sir. And boy, he looked bad in the second half. That interception he threw in overtime.
And
Wow.
the way
It just goes to show they're all human. The week before it was Rodgers' turn. It may be Brady this week. It could be Breeze. Somebody in the NFL, quarterbacks, I think it was Phillip Rivers a couple weeks ago who threw a lot of interceptions. The NFL is a tough place, man. It's a tough place, and good teams play enough good defense that they do make quarterbacks look bad. I don't care how good you are. Every single quarterback has looked bad at least once, no matter how good they were, at least once during this 8-week, during the first 7 weeks going into the 8. I mean, what's his name? Jackson, who's played so well, had a terrible, terrible first game against Kansas City. He looked terrible. He's looked great since.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't seen Drew Brees play a great game yet.
No, you haven't. And
I'm still looking for that.
You hear excuses.
Mike Thomas not there.
Mike Thomas not the team.
What a strange thing sports is when you think about it. Last year Thomas had all those receptions, set records. This year he's been hurt with that high ankle sprain and discipline problems. And you say to yourself, look at how you can be on this pedestal and you can be called the best in the game. This year he's an afterthought. He's not playing this week. The guy hasn't played football yet. He's played a little bit of football. I don't call it football. But, NFL's a vicious place. Baseball, a good pitcher's a good pitcher, and he's generally going to have pretty good games most of the time. Basketball, a good shooter's a good shooter. He's going to generally have great games most of the time. But in football, man, they make you look human. That's what I like about it. Because
individual performances in those other sports, it's more of an individual. In football, it takes a team. In order for that quarterback to be prolific, that O-line has to take care of it.
Exactly.
That prolific running back, that O-line has to block. That wide receiver, it's a matter of having distractions so the defenses can be honest. Where football, team effort.
Yeah, and that's so well put. You in football depend upon so many other players. Like you say, a left tackle is so important to a quarterback when he passes. You got to make sure, you got to feel comfortable that guy's blocking somebody. You know, if you got a Khalil Mack coming off of that edge and you don't have a good dude, hey, you're sitting there the whole game like, here comes Khalil Mack. You know,
Let me get extra padded on my ribs.
yeah, but you do. And like if you have a great receivers that you've counted on and they're not there, you know, it's like you count on so many others, and it's the same thing with defense. If that free safety's out hurt, those corners, you know, that depend upon that free safety to make the big play down the field to pick up that guy when he gets by you. If you got a guy back there who's second, third string, you're playing paranoid. So football is, man, you count on so many other people. You really do. So, you know, it's fun though. I mean, you know, I was thinking about it this weekend. Basketball, baseball, all that stuff's over now, and I enjoyed watching it. Of course, I watch all sports. But for me, it's just I was sitting there watching football this weekend and saying, man, I really like watching NFL. And a lot of people like college better, by the way, but I'm a big NFL fan. And I'm glad basketball and baseball.
I like college for the speed because I see those guys and they're still doing it for fun, for the fun and love of the game, you know, and they're always trying to do better, be better, because they're trying to go to the next level. Whereas right now, they're in NFL, they're professionals. All they're trying to do is to make sure that they do their job, and somebody's not going to take their job.
Yeah.
They don't get benched like Fitzpatrick.
Right.
Despite doing a good job.
Don't even mention it. I feel bad for that dude. Anyways, we're going to take a little break here and pay some bills, and you let our sponsors, who are so important to us, have a say of what's going on with their businesses and improving their businesses, particularly through COVID and so forth. And we're going to let our sponsors take over for a couple minutes. We'll be right back, and at that point, we'll go through the games and talk about points and a little bit of fantasy football and what we got coming up in the next few minutes. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Bob Allen Golf has a full tour shop for all of your repairs, including re-gripping, reshafting, loft and lie adjustments, whatever you need. Bob has the only full swing simulator in Las Vegas. Get your next set of golf clubs custom fit right here at Bob Allen Golf, located at 6415 South Fort Apache, Las Vegas, 89148. With Bob Allen Golf, your game is in the bag.
Welcome back, and thank you to our sponsors for supporting us and being part of our team here. We're also thankful that you're part of our team. Continue to like our shows, share our shows. Please share them with your friends, like them, and you know our numbers of followers continues to go up every week. And in all seriousness, I hope that we give you out some games that you really look at and bet on and put a few coins on. As I say, that's my favorite phrase, I think, when it comes to putting some green stuff on football games. But anyways, we're excited about this week. Week 8, teams are really kind of like the good ones are pulling themselves away from the pack. The other ones, the average teams, are kind of like just mulling around together in the middle, and the bad ones are the bad ones. I don't think the Jets are going to win a ball game, do you?
Based on the schedule this year, probably not.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we're almost halfway through the season, so I just want to kind of like refresh everybody's mind about our bet.
Yeah, I know.
What am I up, 5-1?
Yeah.
Thank
you, New York Giants, for the 1 win.
Our bet was the Giants and Jets would not win as many games put together as Buffalo. Well, Buffalo has 5 wins, and the Jets and Giants have 1 win. And the Jets are horrible. I don't know why they're not pulling the trigger with Gaze. And you know what's the funny thing is going to happen to me? I was telling somebody this. Sam Darnold was the guy they drafted, the future. I heard the future of the Jets organization. Our guy, the next Joe Namath. He's not going to be there next year because they're going to get the number 1 draft. They're going to pick Lawrence, and Darnold's going to be bye-bye. And he already said he's seeing it in the Twitter and all these different social media areas that he's seeing the pressure. He's aware of it, he said. He's aware of the conversation about Trevor Lawrence. How can you be a confident quarterback?
But Trevor Lawrence might not come out Because
Well, he
doesn't.
said he's enjoying college.
He doesn't want to.
I hope he doesn't come out.
No,
What are the Jets going to do then?
I don't want Trevor Lawrence on the Jets with this dismal O-line.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
So
stop.
don't get, you're gonna get me
Let's
riled
stop
up.
talking
Let's
about the
let's start
Jets.
picking
Let's
some
move
games.
on. Anyways, our picks for the week, and again, I think we have some things. I know my pick of the week last week. I really enjoyed it. I thought the Rams were going to rebound with that defense, and after Aaron Donald challenged that defense to play, and they played great, and they covered. I think they won by 14 points. They were favored by 7 around there. Who was your pick of the week?
I believe. Oh, I picked the Giants over
Philadelphia, and that was a great pick. Boy, how did they lose that game? Throwing bombs, letting bombs, throwing passes down the field. Oh my God, how Philadelphia won that game! I can't believe it.
I was so frustrated.
I can't believe what happened. But yeah, in the NFL I can, because those are 2 bad teams. Anyways, let's go get them this week. Please, again, follow us. Look at our picks. Let us know how we're doing. Again, contact us. Come on the show. We'd love to have a guest analyst. We really would. Get a 1 or 2, female, male, whatever. Get a hold of us. Get a hold of Mr. John Stiles at WWDBTV and come on our show. Really, we'd love to have some guest analysts, wouldn't we?
Yes.
You know, we'd love to have some help. And please, again, you're watching the show. All you got to do is you hit up Mr. John Stiles here at WWDB, send an email, and come on the show. I mean, it's open. Again, as I said
He's
last
trying
week.
to get help for Thursday night football.
Oh, I've been
Just
stalling
pick
the whole time. How did you know? I
pick
thought we were
your
going to go
Thursday
right.
night football.
So, okay.
So you get-
Hey, I thought we were going to go right by it. I was hoping you guys wouldn't notice. You know, our audience here is laughing because, well, you know, I haven't hit one game yet on Thursday night football. Anyways, we got another lousy Thursday night game. Panthers -3 against Falcons. I think I'm going to win this week.
I'm going with Panthers.
I'm
before
going
it-
with Panthers.
Oh no, I guess I have the Falcons.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I like
Panthers giving
I like
3.
Panthers.
Panthers all day long. I'm going to have a breakout week. Make your money early on Thursday, so you got money on Sunday, Saturday, whatever. Saturday college football, Sunday NFL. So put some big money on Carolina. Sunday games. Oh my God.
Colts Lions. I'm going with Colts.
Colts are what? Favored by 3?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Lions.
I
home.
guess they're
Hey.
they're warm right now.
Wasn't that you that told Matt Patricia should have been fired? And
I thought he was going to be the
first
first.
when he
first
was
coach.
0-3.
Yeah.
Shows you how much we know, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. Did you apologize to Mr. Patricia?
No.
Mr. Matt Patricia, coach of the Lions, who you said should have been fired when he was 0-3. He's 3-3. They're going to win again this week. Watch out for the big bad Lions. Another one of those average football teams. Packers at home against Vikings. Packers given 6.5. Vikings, what a hapless football team. No offensive line. Kirk Cousins says he's going to get killed. He's going to get killed before the season's over. He won't make it through the season. Well, what kind of vote of confidence is that? He said after the game, Kirk Cousins did, I won't make it through the year at this pace with this offensive line.
Yeah, because he has no protection.
So Packers are going to light him up at Packers?
Yeah. Every time
6.5.
he goes out there, it's like prom night. No protection.
He didn't say that. We're going to edit that out. Not. Anyways, Packers, we both like the Packers, 6.5.
Yes. I think they may even win by 14, 2 touchdowns. That's
Next
just,
up this week,
Patriots-Bills, that's a little bit, it's a division game, but I like the way the Bills are playing right now. So I'm going to continue to ride a coattail despite it meaning another loss for me. Am I bet with you?
well, it's okay, but you know, the Bills are a good football team, and they've had a little problem on defense, but offensively they look good, and they got some good receivers on that team like Diggs. But -4 against the Patriots, I think that they're going to beat them by a lot more than that. I think the Patriots are a team in disarray, but Belichick has been known for when they have a bad game to come back and do really well the next game. I don't think this team is like that. I just think that Cam is not recovered fully from COVID. It has a way of playing with your mind and your body and everything else. I know he was asymptomatic, but got to be something there, lack of practice time. But Bills, yeah, Bills are going to win by more than 4. That's a good bet, by the way. Take the Bills and give the 4 points.
Titans at Bengals. Titans minus.
Titans will roll them up.
And that's who I like too.
Another good bet. The Titans will roll them up and win by 14 or more. That's really a good bet. That really is, particularly since that Titan loss on a missed field goal. Oh my God, 34-yard field goal, losing that game after coming all the way back. Anyways, Titans are going to have a big week. That's another good game to play. Browns Raiders. Browns at home. We don't know what Brown team's going to show up because one week they're good and the next two they're bad. And Baker just throws interceptions at the most unnecessary times when they shouldn't be happening. But 2.5 points favored over the Raiders. Raiders on the road. You're going with the Raiders, right?
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders. The O-line is back, so or back practicing, so there should be more protection on Carr for them to actually score. So I'm going to go with the Raiders.
And Beckham's out for the Browns. That's really going to hurt.
It probably doesn't because that's one less person that you have to throw the ball to.
You got some great receivers there. Landry's a great receiver.
With Beckham, he's throw me the ball, whereas that's one less person you have to
constantly complaining.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Browns. Sorry, Raider fans, again. I'd like to come out to a Raider bar. We would like to come out to a Raider bar and watch a game with you guys. I wish somebody would invite us. I know you watch our show, and I don't know how many of you like the show. When I say I'm going against the Raiders, you probably hate the show, probably throw it in the trash. But anyways, I got to be fair and honest, but that's a game I wouldn't bet. I won't bet, but I'm going to take the Browns just because that's what I believe is going to happen. I don't have a favoritism for either. I don't have a favoritism with any of these teams in the NFL, by the way. I love watching football. I like them all. And when they win for me, I love them all. When they lose for me, I hate them all. So it's easy for me. I don't have that allegiance. You know, like when I lived in LA all those years and I was a Rams fan, I lived and died with the Rams, you know. So the Eric Dickerson years, I love that. Anyways, next game up, Chiefs. Does that say 19.5?
Yeah.
Over your Jets.
It might be 25 or 30.
Okay. We'll both take the Chiefs. 19.5 points is a lot of points to give. Again, I wouldn't make that bet. It's too many points. Dolphins, Rams -4. Tua is going to be starting quarterback. Everybody's going to be pumped up in Miami, and the Rams are going to wax them. The Rams are going to beat them by 10 or more.
You think so, despite not having any film on Tua?
I think the Rams are going to light him up.
And he had 2 weeks.
That defensive line.
But he's got.
The Rams are rolling now. The Rams found the formula. The Rams are going. Watch it. The Rams are going to become one of the elite teams in this NFL. LA may have 3 straight championships. Lakers, Dodgers, LA Rams. Watch out. Nice. Could be happening. But we're both going to take the Rams, right? Or are you going to go?
Yeah, no, I'm taking Rams. I'm just asking questions. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate. Maybe you'll change my mind.
No way. The Rams. I'll never root for the Dolphins again after what they did to my good buddy Fitzpatrick. I love that guy. What a heart, man. What a heart. My beard's never going to look as good as his, but I'm trying. Is your beard never going to look as good as his?
Mine will be spotty at best.
Yeah, his is. What a beast. A real man. He's a real man. Anyways, Saints Bears -4.
I like the Saints. They had 2 weeks to prepare for the Bears, and hopefully they got the blueprint from the Rams. You have to pressure.
Saints had 2 weeks off. It's big in the NFL when you get 2 weeks off. The Saints are coming off of a break, so with 2 weeks off, they're going to be tough. The Bears are at home, but the Bears are a good football team. Again, don't let Foles get to throwing the football or you're in trouble.
He's a game manager.
If you pressure him, the Saints will win. -4. What's up next?
We got 49ers, Seahawks.
Seahawks -3.
-3, yeah.
You're going to take the Hawks?
Yeah, I like the Hawks. I don't think they're going to have two bad games in a row. And Niners, they have a bunch of injuries. I think they're holding up right now, but I think a good Seattle team can go in there and dismantle them. Or they can come to Seattle and get dismantled.
I absolutely disagree. I'll have to say that I think the 49ers, despite a few injuries, a few running backs out, a couple corners out, I think the 49ers are a team that's come together and are rolling, and I think Jimmy G's got that team where he wants them. He's getting healthier every week. That's 2 weeks in a row he's been healthy. I think the 49ers are going to roll. I'm looking forward to the next time the 49ers and Rams play because I think those are two pretty good football teams, but I think the Seahawks are going to lose again this week. I think it's going to go two weeks in a row with a loss. I didn't like what I saw in the Seahawks this week. Russell alarmed me. He really did. I'm going to go with the 49ers. That's a great game. That's the kind of game I just watch and I don't bet on. I don't know what you do, but that's the kind of game that I'm not taking the points or giving points. I'm just saying that I like the way the 49ers are playing. Again, as you know, we don't bet every game here, but we've given 3 or 4 good ones out already. So, you know, I'm going to definitely go with the 49ers, and you're going to take the Hawks. So we'll have some more fun things to talk about. You know, now we're going to go to the Sunday night game. Oh my God! I mean,
Cowboys, Eagles, Eagles -7. Can we call the commissioner and put the Steelers Ravens on for Sunday night instead?
From your mouth to the commissioner's ears, Mr. Roger Goodell. You know, take that Steeler and Raven game and put it on. Put the game on Sunday Night Football. I mean, what is it? Cowboys and Eagles. That's trash. I mean, that's trash for the observer who wants to watch a Sunday night game after dinner and relax before going back to work on Monday. I'm not even going to watch that game. Are you?
I have to.
Oh, that's right. Fantasy football, man. Okay, well, I'm going to take 7.5 points. I'm going to take the Eagles. You too?
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. I don't like the way the Cowboys are playing right now. And the fact is, they're just not a good team right now.
Horrible. No,
So right now, no offense, no
who's playing
defense.
quarterback for them this week?
Some rookie.
Oh, boy, it's going to be a rough game. Eagles are going to win that game and finally have an easy game. The Eagles haven't had any easy games. What they've won, which isn't much, they've all been tough wins.
Hey, now they get to run away with the division
God.
of this game.
Terrible. What
and
what
they'll
an
be 2
embarrassing-
games up.
They ought to just whitewash that whole division and don't let them play football anymore.
Actually,
Horrible. It's horrible.
with the NFL power ranking, it's the Jets. Then you have, I believe it's Cincinnati, Cowboys, Giants, and Washington.
That's
at
about
the
right.
bottom at the bottom of the pack.
Washington's starting to play a little better. You know, I think that Ron Rivera will turn that organization around. I like him. He's a good coach. It got away from him in Carolina, but he had some good years there. I like Ron Rivera.
But and you got to understand too, like he also battled cancer
yeah,
over
he
the
just
off
finished
season.
chemotherapy.
So it was.
And he never missed a game or a practice.
Yeah, but you're despite going through
Well,
chemo,
you're a little groggy half the
you're
time.
groggy, you're weak, and the mindset is not 100% there. Not saying that he wasn't there for his team, but you'll definitely see the turnaround now.
Yeah, I like him. He's going to turn that organization. Chargers at Broncos, -3. Chargers are going to have that big game tonight.
-3.
Tonight on Sunday night, Sunday day. -3.
I like Chargers.
I like Chargers.
Herbert, I think he's finally getting into the
Getting
rhythm
better
right
every
now.
week.
And that's the thing. He's getting better every week. Whereas I don't necessarily have the confidence in Broncos actually playing good football. So
Yeah, they're struggling, man. But there's a big game of the weekend. You know, they got it over here for us at 10 a.m. Whew, I wish that was a Sunday night game, but it's going to be a 10 a.m. game for us in the West. Ravens -3.5 against Steelers.
and it's Ravens at home. I like Steelers, just their overall makeup with Connor running, and of course you got Juju, and then you have despite I think he's hurt. He has a groin injury right now.
Johnson, that new
Yeah.
kid. Number 18.
Yeah, so-
Johnson, what a great game he had last week.
So despite that, I still think they're a better team overall, and their defense is still the Steelers' defense.
Yeah, another game that we disagree on. I'll take the Ravens all day long. I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL, and when they play the Chiefs again, it's going to be different. I actually think the best team in the NFL is the Tennessee Titans, though they lost a game that they let get away in the first half, and they should have come back and tied it and won that game. But we're talking about Ravens and Steelers, but I like the Ravens. I think they're one of the better teams, and I definitely will take the Ravens.
And
Monday Night Football. Oh, my God.
Monday.
Giants and Buccaneers. I mean, where do they find some of these games? Buccaneers 10.5. That means it's not going to be a good Monday night game because the Buccaneers are going to win by more than 10.5. 21 or more.
Well, the last time Tom Brady played on the Giants, it didn't go so well for them.
Well, that was then and this is now.
Oh, okay.
And based on the Monday night, after you've won a whole bunch of money, after you've taken your picks and some of our picks and merged them together and made some money, I would put some. I'd look at the Buccaneers hard. 10.5 is a lot of points, but the Giants are a hapless football team. They've got a lot of problems there, and I think the Buccaneers are going to do it.
I'm picking the Bucs to win.
But not by 10.5.
No, not by 10.5.
Then that means you're taking the Giants. The Bucs are going to win, and based on points, you're taking the Giants. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But who's going to win the game?
The Bucs, but you're not like me. I'm the points guy. You're the fantasy guy. And tell me about fantasy football. Did you win this last week? And after we've gone through all this and we've pretty much given out our great picks for the week, follow all of mine. And you don't know, Jack.
I am Jack every time.
If you follow my picks this week, it's going to be a good week. You're going to have enough excess money for the future weeks. Again, we're
more
almost
discretionary
halfway
coins.
Discretionary coins. Put a few coins on the game, just a few.
As far as fantasy this week, I was not happy. Of course, I put Dalton in, thinking that he was going to continue what Dak was doing. Not so much. Of course, there's no protection, and he's just. You would think, being there from the beginning of the season, sitting on the bench, you're watching, you're seeing, you're playing, you're around the guys. You should just be able to plug and play because you're a veteran quarterback. But no.
There's a lot of problems in Dallas.
Oh.
And despite the fact they have two of the best young linebackers in the game, and they just can't get there.
No, and it comes down to culture, and the culture starts from, in that case, with the locker room. It starts with the head coach.
Yeah, well, I think, again, Mike McCarthy, in my opinion, Jerry Jones, I know, is very disappointed in what's happened. That team, I know they've had a lot of injuries, but that team's not, their head's not in it. And at the beginning of the year, how many of those prognosticators that talked about who was going to be in the Super Bowl picked Dallas? A lot of them.
Yeah,
Go back and watch some of the shows. Dallas is
it would have been different if Dak was there.
It's a hapless football team.
It would have been different if Dak was there.
Of course, but not that much. I mean, he wasn't playing that great. That's
he
a
was
city
playing
football
great,
team.
but that's where.
I mean by great winning. I mean, of course, he had incredible statistics.
Yes.
He was having a statistical great year, but they weren't winning.
The reason why they weren't winning is because of the defense.
Oh,
And it's just like
it's horrible.
Seattle, how Seattle, their defense is dismal. It's going to come to a point where Russell Wilson cannot make any mistakes. He makes a mistake, and it's going to cost his team.
Well, that's the same for a lot of teams in the NFL. Again, there's a few good defenses, not very many. There's less than 5 that are really good. And, I think Steelers and Titans are 2 of them. I think that the Buccaneers are playing pretty good defense. There's a few other teams that are playing good defense, but the Bills are capable. But, all in all, I think that injuries have hurt a lot of teams, as you say, like Dallas. But, here we are, week 8, almost halfway through the season, and it's the better teams are differentiating themselves from the rest. And I got one big question for you before we finish up. We've done all this, and we've given out to all of you what we got going on. Please like them. Please enjoy them. Make some bets. Look at our teams. Follow us. Share with your friends. This is a great show. But I'm going to end with one question from my friend Jack. This is very important to me because I know he knows. I don't know Jack, but he knows. Ezekiel Elliott, has the team lost him? Is he going to play football? Is his mind in the game? Is he going to be a leader? What's happening with Ezekiel Elliott for all that money he's making in Dallas? What's up with this dude? What's up with this dude?
When it comes to football, it's a team game. And for some reason, his head is not in the game, and it's costing the team. By him playing well, not turning the ball over, and he had 5 turnovers in since he's been in the NFL.
Yeah.
And right now he's just dropping the ball like it's hot potatoes.
Oh my God.
So his head is not in the game.
He doesn't even look serious out there like he wants to play. He looked like he lost his best friend. Well, he did.
He did, but then it's supposed to be next man up, and hey, now that you
no leadership.
But this is where I got all this money to be a running back. Andy, you don't have to throw that ball.
Just give it to me.
Give it to me.
Let me get
Let me.
Let me eat. Like
You always say.
Like you got all these high school and college kids doing now.
Yes. So
Let me eat.
It's-
You
it's-
see constantly. Hey, listen, man. You know what you're eating? Starts with an S, bro. you ain't eating. You eating shit. Anyways, all right. Thanks for answering that question.
Yeah.
Great show. Continue to watch us. Share with your friends. Like what we do. Get a hold of us. Come on. Be a guest analyst. Hey, we don't know everything.
he
but
needs help Thursday Night Football.
Oh, God, please. Get a hold of us. Get a hold of Mr. John Stiles, producer here at WWDBTV. Again, WWDBTV. Watch us, enjoy us, like us. Get a hold of Mr. Stiles and come in and see us. God bless you. Have a great week of football. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. And pray for me that I win one. Thank you, brother. It's been a great show. Always fun. You're the
Yes, sir.
man. It's going to be a rough week for him, folks. My picks. Anyways, peace out. Bye.